What up, what up? It's your man Jimmy Chan with the answer key for LabWork 15B. So let's start with the first question. P is equal to FD over T. So we have to get T. Okay? So one of the things I said to you guys before, and if I never did, here it is. So I would tell you, put these as numbers. Like, how would you do it if I had, I don't know, 3 is equal to 5 over t. How would you get t by itself, right? So from there, then you should be able to solve it. So here I would multiply both sides by t, and I would get 3t is equal to 5, and then I would divide the 3, so t is equal to 5 over 3, right? So same idea here, all right? So I would go ahead and take this, I'm gonna copy it, paste it, put it right here, so I can just multiply this by t. So I have t times p is equal to f times d. Then I would divide by p, so that way I have t is equal to fd divided by p, okay, which is choice B. So there we go. And there's my answer right there. Boom, boom. So again, remind you guys that I'm doing this in public, so you're gonna hear some street noise, some baby noise, some other type of noise. Hopefully nothing that is unusual. So 2 is 1 over x plus 1 over x minus 4 is equal to x minus 3 over x minus 4. All right. So in order for me to get rid of the denominator, I want to get all the denominators to be the same. So I have to ask myself, what do they have that I don't have? So let me paste this down here so that this way I can show you guys everything that they don't have. So if I'm at the first fraction, I don't have an x minus 4 and they do. The second fraction doesn't have an x. And the third fraction doesn't have an x. Okay? So what do I have now? I have an x minus 4 over x times x minus 4 plus x over, try that again, x over x times x minus 4, which is equal to x times x minus 3 over x times x minus 4. So now, since the denominator is all the same, okay, that means the numerator has to be all the same. So I got x minus 4 plus x is equal to x times x minus 3. Okay? Now, with that being said, I can now say this, that I have a 2x minus 4 is equal to x squared minus 3x. Okay? I see it squared, I see it equal, so that means it's a quadratic. I want to get everything to one side, so I want to subtract the 2x over. I want to add the 4 over. So what I'm going to get now, all right, is going to be 0 is equal to x squared minus 5x plus 4. So this is going to be factored, and you might have to use the AC method. This is x minus 4, x minus 1, So I'm going to have x is equal to 4 and x is equal to 1. Okay? Here's the issue. I'm going to have to reject this, and the x minus 1 is going to be my answer. X equals to 1 is going to be my answer, which is choice C. Boom, right there. There we go. All right. So off to number 3. All right, number 3. Oh, this is the painter. Okay, so one takes 4 hours. The other takes 6 hours. So question is, if they do the same job together, how long would it take? Okay, so this is the one that you'll say, well, they'll paint 1/4 of the house in 1 hour. She will paint 1/6 of the house in an hour. How long would it take if they did both the same job? All right, so again, what I would do is say, what do they have that I don't have? So there we go, boom. All right, so I'll go, well, let me see here. Let me even do this right now. So if I broke this down, this is 2 times 2, this is 2 times 3, right? All right, so what do they have that I don't have? Well, I don't have a 3 nor an n. I don't have a 2 nor an n. I don't have a 2, and a 3, and an n. So that's going to be 2 times 2 times 3 is 12 n. Okay? Oh, I don't need the n. Sorry. They already have an n. I don't need the n. Right? So if you look at the bottom right now, so if you look at this versus this versus this, they each have a 2 times 2 times 3 times n. Okay? So that means I'm good. So then I have on top here a 3n over 12n plus a 2n over 12n is equal to 12 over 12n. Okay? And since my denominator, let's pick a different color. Since my denominator is all the same, that means my numerator has to be all the same. So it means my numerator would have to be the same. So it means my numerator has to be the same. It's like I'm broken. All right, so that means I have 3n plus 2n is equal to 12. So 5n equals 12. So n is equal to 12 over 5. And if I did 12 over 5, that's going to give me this is going to be 2 2/5 hour. So that is going to give me choice B. All right, there we go. All right, back to the next page, number 4. Number 4 says the cube root of x plus 5 plus 2 is equal to 0. So I got the radical by itself. So I got the cube root, ooh, that's awful. The cube root of x plus 5 is equal to -2. Okay, and you're going to be very tempted on going, ooh, 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 ooh. But there's no oohing here. There's a cube root, so I can have a negative. All right, so here I'm going to, let me copy this here and paste it down here. So what I have to do is actually raise both sides to the 3rd power. So I'm left with an x plus 5 is equal to -8. So x is going to equal to -13. So, which is choice B. Okay, so with a square root, yes, I can't have a square root become a negative number, but I could have a cube root be a negative number. All right? All right, so we're on to 5. All right, 5 says 7 plus 8i minus negative 9 plus I. Okay, like I said, for you guys, I usually like to stack this. So I'm going to write the 7 plus 8i, and then I'm going to negate everything in the second one, which is the same thing as distributing. So the negative 9 is now going to be a positive 9, and the plus I is now going to be a negative I. I like to stack it because then everything is right with each other. So I'm going to have 16 plus 7i. And that is going to be choice B. Choice B. There we go. All right, number 6. Number 6. I got 4i times 9 minus 7i. All right, so I got to distribute this. So I'm going to have a 36i minus 28i squared. Okay, well, what do I know about I squared? Well, that's equal to negative 1. So it's negative 28 times a negative 1. And so I'm going to have a 36i plus 28. But I typically don't write the I in front, right? So typically we would do 28 plus 36i. And that would be choice A. There we go. All right, number 7. All right, number 7 has 7 over y plus 4 minus 4 over y minus 4 is equal to 10 over y squared minus 16. Okay, so the first thing I should do is factor all the denominators. Okay, so in other words, y squared minus 16 is now going to be y minus 4 times y plus 4. In order for me to get rid of this fraction in this equation, I have to have all the denominators the same. So again, what does she have that I don't have? So this one doesn't have a y minus 4. This one here doesn't have a y plus 4. Okay, so with that being said, what do I have? I have now a 7 times y minus 4 over a y plus 4 and a y minus 4 minus a 4 times y plus 4 over y plus 4, y minus 4, which is equal to 10 over y plus 4, y minus 4. So, since the denominator is all the same, that means my numerator is going to be the same. So I'm going to have a 7 times y minus 4 minus 4 times y plus 4 is going to equal to 10. Now, I purposely rewrite this is because of that subtraction sign will throw people off if you start distributing too soon. So that's why I don't distribute too soon. So now I can see I have a 7y minus 28 minus 4y minus 16 is equal to 10. So I have 3y minus a 44 is equal to 10. So 3y is equal to 54. And 54 divided by 3. So I should have a y is equal to 18. So let's take a look. And this is number 7, which is choice B. Boom. All right, so that was 7. All right, let's go on to 8 to the next page. There we go. 8 says x minus 2 squared is equal to negative 81. And I want you to use the square root property. Okay? The square root property is just saying, hey, if you have a square by itself, take the square root of both sides. So all we're going to do is take the square root of both sides, but you got to be careful, right? Because when we take the square root, we need that plus and minus. So the left side is just going to be an x minus 2, and that's going to equal to plus and minus 9i. So x is going to equal to plus and minus, is going to equal to 2 plus or minus 9i. All right? Which is choice D. There we go. Number 9. All right, number 9 wants me to do completing the squares with x squared plus 14x is equal to negative 26. So this wants me to use completing the square. Okay, all right. So, hey, first step is done. Second step is done, right? First step is a has to equal to 1. A is already equal to 1. Awesome. Second step is to move the old c. Done. So step 3 is to find the new c, right? So new c is equal to b divided by 2 squared. So that's going to equal to 14 divided by 2 squared, which is going to equal to 7 squared, which is equal to 49. All right, so I got to add 49 to both sides. So let's rewrite this. X squared plus 14x. I got to add 49. Add 49. So the left side is going to be x plus 7. And the right side, I'm just adding it together, and that should give me I'm guessing a 23. Yep, a 23. So I take the square root of both sides. So I'm going to take the square root of this side, and I'm going to do plus and minus the square root of that side. All right, so now I have x plus 7 on this side, and that's going to equal to plus or minus square root of 23. So x is going to equal to negative 7 plus or minus the square root of 23. So let's take a look. Which that would be choice A. There we go. All right, that was number 9, and we're off to number 10. Awesome. So 10 wants you to use the quadratic formula of 7x squared plus 3x plus 5 is equal to 0. All right, so I have a is equal to 1. I'm sorry. Let's try that again. Is equal to 7. B is equal to 3. And C is equal to 5. And my quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. All right, so here we go. Negative b. So x equals negative b. Oh, how about if I actually put the value of b in there? Negative 3 plus or minus the square root of b squared I always feel like that has to be something else, right? So 9b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2 times a. Okay? So, let's see here. So, one of the things I said to you guys before was to make sure that you're only putting this in there, right? So, only putting that part into your calculator. Okay? So I should get negative 3 plus or minus the square root of, let me see here, 9 minus 4 times 7 times 5, the square root of negative 131 all over 14. Okay? So x equals negative 3 plus or minus I square root of 131 all over 14. Let's draw this a little better here. Ooh, that's not any better. There we go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is choice A. Voila. Voila. Okay. So, there it is. So hopefully you guys find this video helpful. If so, let me know. If you need any other assistance, let me know. I don't mind Zooming if necessary. And let's get an A on this final exam. All right. Love you guys. Be safe. I'll talk to you later. See ya. Bye.